When I first selected myself to write the foreword for my book, I was flattered, deeply moved. It is not every day that someone is asked to write the foreword for such a highly anticipated book by a major publisher. There was a time in my life that I would not have trusted myself with a responsibility like this. The foreword, after all, sets the tone for the entire book. I might as well have said, "Sarah, you're not smart enough to handle this." Hey, this is Brett Reeves, educator, BRE Ponders, episode number 2. That's Sarah Silverman from her book, The Bedwetter. She starts off her book not talking about wetting the bed, but figuratively wetting the bed over the idea of actually writing a book and exposing all of her hairy insecurities. It's a pretty hack move. Anytime a comedian writes a book, they usually go for this. I know Jim Gaffigan did, Jim Norton, all the Jims. Al Franken also makes fun of here's a comedian writing a book. It's a hack move, so an accomplished comedian like Sarah Silverman should know better, but she's not immune to it. What Sarah is able to do, though, is she jumps right in really quickly and saves the situation with some of her trademark humor. In an excerpt from an email chain between her and her editor writes, "Hi, Sarah. Can we talk about the foreword? I really don't think it makes any sense for you to write it yourself. Stay Jewish, David." And Sarah writes back, "You are dumb and smell fartish. Best wishes, Sarah." So Sarah, of course, knows what her strengths are, knows what her weaknesses are as far as that's concerned. And is able to say this precisely because she does have such a brilliant approach to scatology, which is the study of all things scat. Look it up, kiddos. Later on in this same foreword that is not a foreword, Sarah says, "Okay, I just read this over. Have to be honest, I'm coming off a touch insecure, a hair overcompensating. Maybe it's because I don't want to accept the hard truth about my precious book, which is you're most likely going to be reading this while making a bowel movement. Yes, there's one birthing its way out of you at this very moment. Isn't there? It's okay. In fact, I'm happy for you. I'm honored you've chosen to bring me into this very private and vulnerable part of your life. For all you know, I'm making one myself as I write this. Except that I can tell you with all certainty that I don't do that, ever." Next line is, "I'm not a literary genius. I'm not Dostoevsky, whoever that is. I'm pretty sure I just made that name up." The ponders here today with Sarah Silverman are ponder number 1. Is it okay to question yourself openly in your writing? That is, if you're already writing about something which is yourself, so you're sort of navel-gazing, as they say, is it okay to make the navel-gazing itself a part of what you're writing about so that you're navel-gazing? And the answer, my friends, is no. Almost never. This kind of wishy-washy, say-nothing kind of intro is a waste of everybody's time. Sarah should have just begun with a good poop joke, because that's what she does so well. And the whole book is about bedwetting, so she could follow it up with a pee joke as well. So poop and pee, two of her, dare I say, bread and butter. She should have just led with that. Now, if you're Sarah Silverman, you can maybe pull it off. She does that by introducing an email, which almost certainly never occurred, but she makes up an email exchange. So now she has a dramatic situation that plays to her strengths as a comedian. introducing humor into the situation. And in Sarah's case, you know, the insecurity of being a bedwetter until she was into her teenage years. So we're not talking about 7 and 8 years old. We're talking about someone fully into their teenage years of already feeling ashamed. The insecurity is part of Sarah's theme. It's part of the art. It's, if you go on and read the book, it's part of why she became a comedian, able to deflect her insecurities by making other people laugh, which is kind of like by making other people insecure. If you subscribe to that theory of comedy, that the nature of comedy is essentially cruel. At any rate, the word here is no. Don't start off by just questioning yourself. Imagine if I started this video by saying, oh no, please don't watch, there's nothing to see here, you're just wasting your time. No, right? I'm afraid too many of you might actually take me at my word. So no, don't do that. Of course, the other rule here is in writing, don't do it unless you can get away with it. So the first rule of writing club is there are no rules. And the second rule of writing club is always talk about writing club. My name's Brett Reeves, educator. If you think this kind of thing is cool, I'm going to be doing a conference for young writers, teenage writers, ages 13 through 18, 20 even if you'd like. There's 4 weeks in June, or you can register for 4 weeks in July. Go check it out at BrettReevesEducator.com. The name of the conference is Say It With Authority. My name is Brett Reeves, educator. Peace.